How to control my internal temperature? Man is a beautiful creation. You see all these cars, they have cooling mechanisms. If you look any of the modern cars, their temperature hardly above crosses the optimum limits. It does not venture into the red zone. Air conditioners have thermostats. Even boilers know the limits to respect. So do refrigerators. Whereas these are all built by man. When man knows how to have machines that do not overheat, surely man himself has inbuilt mechanisms that prevent him from overheating. Right? As I said, we are a beautiful creation. It is not at all a part of our innate system to boil up, to overheat. It is not a part of our system. Though sometimes we say that a particular fellow is short-tempered, we say, he loses his cool too easily. But the fact is, we are not designed to throw fits, to get enraged easily. That is not how we are designed to be. Then the question arises, we see people angry, frustrated, off-center, all around us and all the time. Empirical evidence says that man is a very faulty creation. And sir, you are insisting that no, man is a beautiful creation, not designed to overheat. I stand by my statement. You have all within you that can keep you cool. In fact, I would say that man is coolness personified. We all are born cool. But then there are things that happen after we are born. We are taught a lot. You cannot be angry if anger does not become a virtue. In several ways, we have been taught the usefulness of anger. And we see it happening around us. We see that so many men live by fear. So if you can be angry at them, scare them, then your objectives can be met. Right? It pays to be angry. You get something by being angry. We also see that if you want to motivate yourself, then one of the ways is to curse yourself, to kick yourself. As they say, come on, pull up your socks. Get a little hot in the head. You have seen this in the movies, you have read about it in the stories, and you also see people exhibiting this kind of behavior. In many ways, you are being taught the virtues of anger. You have a superstar who was called the Angry Young Man. And people would flock to the theaters to watch the Angry Young Man. And you like it so much when you see somebody boiling up. Don't you? You have taken anger to be the equivalent of action. You think a man who is angry opens up the reservoirs of his energy. And if you're not angry, then you're languid. That is one relationship that has somehow gone deep into our minds. We say anger gets things done, it brings about changes. When you look at so many revolutions that happen, you say it is the anger of the public that is causing the political change or social change or economic change or religious upheaval. Are you getting it? So, without consciously knowing, inadvertently, we keep picking up these bits. We keep learning that anger is something good. And not only do we keep learning theoretically, as we said, it also keeps getting proven empirically. You see evidences of that all around. We learn to be angry. I repeat, anger is conditioned behavior. We all are victims of a cultivated anger. In nature, if at all there is anger, it is a very clean anger. Yes, animals do get angry. Yes, even little kids do exhibit resentment. But it doesn't persist. It leaves no stains behind. The kid who is angry is not angry because it is an ideologically right thing to do. And if he is angry right now, the next moment he will again go back to his cool nature. He will forget that he was angry. He will not keep carrying his anger as some kind of a necessary accompaniment. He will not wear his anger. The anger will not become his personality. But with some of us, if you look at our faces, you can very easily say, oh, this one must be having a very short fuse. Don't mess with him. Don't rub him the wrong way. It's writ large on his face. His eyes are speaking of it. Does it happen or not?
Yes, sir.
It becomes the very fiber of our mind. Anger. Now, how to then get rid of it? You embraced anger because you were told that anger is useful. You embraced anger for a reason. They told you that by being angry, you will be able to achieve something. Now I ask you to inquire two things. Firstly, yes, you want to achieve something. But what is it that you really want to achieve? Second, you think that anger helps you achieve what you want to achieve. I want you to inquire that also. I want you to look at it very freely, without any kind of ready-made conclusion, no prejudices. You see, your assumption is you want to achieve something, and anger, a kind of division against the world, a complaining attitude, an inner violence, and aggressiveness helps you reach there that you want to achieve, right? That's what your assumption is. I want you to see clearly what is it that you really want to achieve, what is it that all of us want to achieve, what is it that all of us are dying to achieve, but hardly anybody achieves before dying. So that is one thing. And once you have known what is it that you are so desperately trying to achieve, ask yourself, can that thing be achieved through anger, through violence, through division, through complaints, through planning and scheming, through aggression towards others? I'm asking you two very simple questions. And you can on your own investigate these. All of you are capable. What did I ask? Repeat, please. What is the first thing that you must inquire into? What do you really want? That is the question to be asked. What do you really want? And second, whether anger can help you get it. And remember, when I am saying anger, I mean the entire gamut of thoughts, the entire psychosis, the entire weight of neurotic activity, which includes most of our thoughts. Most of our thoughts are simply diseased, neurotic. So will our way of thinking, our way of living, our way of looking at life, of which anger is a very important part, will that help us reach where we are craving to reach? Yes, you want something, but will you get it by being what you are and by doing what you are doing? You recognize that you are thirsty. You have put your finger on your desperation. But will you become less desperate by punching someone in the face? By treating the entire existence as your enemy? If you are loveless, if your life is dry of love, will you get love by ranting against the entire world? If you hit and punch and kick and abuse, will that bring peace to you? But you want peace. Oh, I don't want to put words into your mouth. You must figure out on your own what is it that you really want. Yes?
Yes, sir.
And you must also know that anger does not stand isolated on its own. Anger is a part of the whole fabric of our mental structure. Is it possible to be ambitious and not be angry? Is it possible to be competitive and not be angry? Is it possible to be accumulative and not be angry? Is it possible to be desirous of consumption and not be angry? So anger and all these things are so closely interrelated. As we said, they are that entire gamut of our psychosis. Have you ever seen a man who hopes, who desires and yet is free of anger? Is it possible? Is it possible? Do try to see the relationship between happiness and anger also. And that will take you to the question of pleasure. A mind that seeks pleasure, can it really ever evade anger? Can you say, I want pleasure, but I don't want to touch anger? Or do they go together? So we are seeing as a part of the second question that anger and the rest of our mental configuration are all one. You cannot be a target driven person who doesn't get angry. You can't be carrying the weight of somebody's expectations or your own expectations and not get angry. Now you want something. Will fulfilling somebody's expectations take you there? I don't know. You have to find out. All of you are intelligent adults.